the bearer's enemies. 24 Sun's Dawn, 433. My research at the Great Library has unearthed a document that describes the vault where the sword that was broken was supposedly locked away, known as Sam Numenor Ran. The name translates roughly to Chamber to the Numenorian King. It also describes the powerful magics that were used to seal it. 28 Sun's Dawn, 433. Norleen has analyzed the descriptions of the entrance to Sam Numenor Iran and says that she has seen similar enchantments before. She should be able to create a spell that might reveal the entrance. That kind of... Is this referencing the Lost Spires? That's kind of cool. Anyway, 2 Second Seed, 433. Did you really have to put 2 and then Second Seed? Couldn't you just make this 3 Second Seed or something like that? Or something else here than 2? Kind of feels like you're putting 2 twice. 2 Second, which is another 2, and Seed. I know this is a month, but still, it kind of throws me off. It says 2 Second Seed. Anyway, for the research documents, the possible location of Sam Numenori Iran, maybe? I don't know. It is said to be on the southeastern slope of a ridge above the headwaters of the Menelduin River. The ridge is marked by the Tiriargan. This translates roughly to the Gazing Stone King, which suggests a grand statue of a Numenorian king overlooking an entrance or an area. Norleen has prepared a scroll that casts a modified version of an ancient elven incantation that might open the entrance to Sam Numenori Iran. She said that the spell draws upon the powers of the moon and will only work at midnight. Cool. 23 Sun's Height, 433. Aster Say helped me to compare the ancient maps that I found with current maps of Tamriel. We discovered that the Menelduin bears an uncanny resemblance to the Silverfish River. Now that I have found the possible location of Anduril, I will be embarking on an expedition very shortly. 10 Last Seed, 433. Preparations are now complete. I will be setting off to Breville tomorrow morning. Once I leave Breville, I expect the journey to the headwaters of the Silverfish River to take several days. Cool. 14 Last Seed, 433. I'm now at Breville. I've chartered a boat that will take me across Niben Bay tomorrow morning, and I hope to meet up with an old friend at Cadlu Chapel. I'm guessing he typed Bay twice by accident. I guess he never had a chance to write anymore. Rings of Power. 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the sky. 7 for the Dwarf Lords in their halls of stone. 9 for mortal men doomed to die. 1 for the Dark Lord on his dark throne. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. Cool. Orders from the Offric. You are to scout the southeastern slope of the ridge where we found the statue of the Numorian king. Look for possible entrances or landmarks that would point to the location of Anduril. Report back to me in 2 days with your findings. Be aware that our spies previously spotted an adventurer snooping around Cadlu Chapel looking for the elf. Should you encounter this troublemaker, you are to eliminate the threat using any means necessary. Wait, what? Okay, so by the time... So when did he get notice? Because we ran there pretty fast. So he must have had a scout. Pretty much there fast. Wait. We did walk on water. So if he had spies in Breville... Wait. You know what just came in my mind? Hang on. What's his name? Oh, come on! Okay, there we go. I like how when I'm trying to make the page go up, it doesn't work for me. But when I'm trying to use the mouse wheel, it accidentally moves it. I hate that. Let's see here. What's his name? Emile Laperouse? It would be kind of funny if he was the spy. That'd be pretty interesting. A spy recently spotted an adventurer snooping around Cadlu Chapel. Either that or he had another spy somewhere nearby. Maybe he was at that alien ruin. Maybe he saw me going in and he's like, oh, that's an adventurer. Very cool. Anduril, Flame of the West. Okay, not too long. Okay. The sword of Elendil filled orcs and men with fear, for it shone with the light of the sun and of the moon. And it was named Narsil. Thus Narsil came in due time to the hand of Valendil, Isildur's heir, and Imladris? I am not a Lord of the Rings person. I'm butchering all these names probably. But the blade was broken and its light extinguished, and it was not forged anew. Of the rings of power in the Third Age, the Silmarillion, I don't know. The sword of Elendil was forged anew by elvish smiths, and on its blade was traced a device of 7 stars set between the crescent moon and the rayed sun. And about them was written many runes for Aragorn, son of Arathorn. I'm not even gonna mention the name of this game here. Was going to war upon the marches of Mordor. Very bright was that sword when it was made whole again. The light of the sun shone redly in it, and the light of the moon shone cold. And its edge was hard and keen, and Aragorn gave it a new name and called it Anduril, Flame of the West. The ring goes south, the fellowship of the ring. Okay. So I think it's based off of the light level of the area, maybe. So if you're outside in the light of the sun, it's orange. And if you're out in the moon or inside an area, it's white kind of thing. I don't know. But even as the orc flung down the truncheon, and swept out his scimitar, Anduril came down upon his helm. There was a flash like flame, and the helm burst asunder. The orc fell with cloven head. I don't know what that means. The Fellowship of the Ring, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Oh, is this was it like the chapters in like a book or something? So you can follow along kind of thing? So like if you have like Lord of the Rings book, you can follow along? Maybe? I don't know. Here's the gift of Celeborn and Galadriel to the leader of your company, she said to Aragorn, and she gave him a sheath that had been made to fit his sword. It was overlaid with the tracery of flowers and leaves wrought of silver and gold. Okay. And on it were set in elven runes formed of many gems the name Anduril in the lineage of the sword. The blade that is drawn from the sheath shall not be stained or broken even in defeat, she said. Farewell to Lorien, the Fellowship of the Ring. Aragorn threw back his cloak. The elven sheath glittered as he grasped it, and the bright blade of Anduril shone like a sudden flame as he swept it out. The riders of Rohan, the Two Towers. Charging from the side, they hurled themselves upon the wild men. Anduril rose and fell, gleaming with white fire. A shout went up from the wall and tower. Anduril goes to war. The blade that was broken shines again. 3 times Aragorn and Eomer rallied them. The 3 times Anduril flamed in a desperate charge that drove the enemy from the wall. Helm's Deep, the Two Towers. Okay. Pretty cool. So I definitely know it's a Lord of the Rings mod. As I said, I never watched Lord of the Rings, to be fair. I think I remember walking in to the living room and watching my dad maybe like watch the movie a little bit. I remember walking trees. And like people on the shoulders of the trees maybe. I think they're called Ents. Like that's the part I remember. That's the only thing that I remember. And of course like every other meme of like you shall not pass kind of thing. That might not even be a part of Lord of the Rings. That might be like a part of the Hobbit series. I'm not quite sure. But like, The only thing of Lord of the Rings that I have watched that I can remember off the top of my head was watching The Hobbit 1 and 2. I think I was watching 3, but I fell asleep during the beginning of the movie. It wasn't the movie's fault. It was because I barely slept. I think I only had I think I was up for like 22 hours, I think, or something like that, and I was about done. So I think I watched like the first 10 minutes of the movie, then I fell asleep. I was tired, okay? It wasn't the movie was bad, it was that I had very little sleep, and I needed to sleep. It just so happened I was watching a movie while lying down on my bed. Alright, let's see, what do we get here? 39k gold. 40,000 gold, not too bad. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Alright, so that's this mod. Very nice. I remember my first time playing it, I got really confused as to where the, not where the statue was, but like where you had to go after finding the statue. I think I read like it was like south, like I think I read it as southwest, I think, or something like that, instead of southeast. That is hilarious. My waypoint is at the location. Bro, that's actually kind of awesome. It's like I knew, but I didn't at the same time. That's actually kind of funny, though. So, what I mean is that, like, I found this area, and I kid you not, I looked everywhere. I thought it said southwest, so I kept looking over here, and I'm like, okay, where is it? Where is it? Like, it's over here somewhere. I think I went down over here, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, I was down here, and I'm like, it's got to be down here somewhere, because it has to be. It's the only logical thing. Oh, yeah, I'm God mode, so this will be fine. So I went like, down here, I'm like, okay, where is it? Where is it? It's up here. Like, it's like behind you a little bit, like... Like, the best way to know is by, like, this statue kind of thing. Just find this statue kind of thing, and then you'll be able to find it. But yeah, that's actually it's a very good mod. Definitely do pick it up. The enemies are probably pretty difficult. I will have to create the note though. It's already created. Just got to go update the thing, and yeah, I'll be right back once that's done. All right. So let's go see what we got here. All right. Hopefully it did save and update. Anduril Reforged. There we go. So here's what we have for Anduril Reforged. So level requirement 25. It says it here, somewhere on here. Let's see here. So that's why the level limit. But I haven't seen a level limit at the beginning. Let me a second. Maybe there is. Details. Putting it back where you found it updates it, much like Crusader Relics. Damage output is roughly equivalent to the Sword of Crusader up until level 25, but from there it keeps leveling all the way to 45 to become truly a legendary weapon befitting the demigod the character has become. Yeah, it doesn't say much of it. It doesn't say you need to be level 25 or that you should be level 25. It just says for bonus items, upon completion of the quest, you can obtain a set of like somebody else's like Gondorian guard armor and knight armor. If you have completed the quest and you are level 25 or higher, you can obtain further bonus items from various other mods. The shield, the dagger, the battle axe, and a full set of Gondorian ranger armor. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything about level. So hang on, let me just search up seeing all instances of level then. Items leveled. Okay, that's a tag apparently that it has. Leveled 1, level 25, leveling all the way to level 45. Once you're level 25, what level do side entrances open up? They open at level 25. There's some good powerful items. That's by the level limit. How does the Fuhrer work if higher level? And then implemented as a lesser power, affecting all... Yeah, it's just about the source enchantments. Alright. Let's see here. Cast a red light in the daytime, a white one at night and indoors. I freaking knew it! I called that right. The blade that is drawn from the sheath shall not be stained or broken when even in defeat. While Anduril will get damaged in combat, it will never break. Anduril rose and fell, gleaming with a white fire. Reflective / glowing blade, bright enough to be noticeable, but not glaring like a lightsaber. Okay. That's pretty cool. So, that's pretty much that initial gold requirement. Did you need gold to start the quest? No. Did you need to buy anything from a merchant or something like that in order for you to continue the storyline? No. Gold reward. Do we get gold at the end of the story? Like, somebody says, oh, you found the sword, here's some gold. No. Reward. Anduril. I feel like it needs to be separate from weapons, because it's a better weapon, right? So that makes a lot of sense for it to be separate. Armor, already said, and weapons, yes. Selling item, total gold accumulated 25k, because a lot of it is based off of leveled. Not a lot of it, but a good chunk of it is. So 25k sounds about right, especially since we got 40k. 25k sounds about a good enough rough estimate for it. And yeah, so that's about it. I'm glad I was right about a lot of the stuff, though. So the fact that it filled orcs and men with fear is just a fear effect kind of thing. That's actually kind of cool. I guess it's scripted instead of being just a normal fear effect. Casts a red light in daytime and a white one night and indoors. I kind of guessed that before I even read it. That's actually kind of cool. So yeah, so the whole disintegrate armor, we saw that. Well, it'll get damaged, it will never break. I think we don't really see that, or we didn't really see that, but that's because we barely used the sword though, so. To be fair, yeah. It's probably like if it's like close to being damaged, it'll like never break. I don't know. Anyway. So that's about it. I'll see you guys next time for the next Oblivion mod playthrough.